HoveLand Radio, oh, wait. HoveLand on radio. HoveLand Radio, oh, wait. Listen to our radio show.
Hello, and thank you for listening to and watching now another episode of HoveLand Radio 008.
We're on the cameras over there and over there.
So the first thing that I want to get into tonight is how awesome a job I did at my new job of building billboards, and I wanted to kind of let people know that I'm out. What?
There were corners that were all mismatched.
That was my first
and there
try.
was parts upside down.
Yeah, but it was my first try. So
Well, maybe you should have looked at it before you tried to put it up.
Well, next time, that's a lesson for next time, so maybe I will. Don't get in my business. I'm here trying to pitch how good of a job I did for my first try of putting together a billboard. It was
You
pretty...
did do a good enough job.
Well, we're going to see. I'm starting my own company now, because those Billboard Baggins guys, they didn't help at all. So I'm starting my own billboard company.
No, I think they definitely ripped us off.
Yeah, but my billboard company is going to be more... It's going to have more integrity, and it won't rip people off like that.
So what's your billboard company going to do?
It's going to put up and design and, do
How
the
are you going to
all the
design the
steps.
billboards?
I designed the last one.
It looked terrible, and I'm pretty sure that design company did it.
Nope. They wouldn't. I tried to get them to do it, but they made me do that too. And that's why it doesn't look the best, but it was my first time on all fronts, okay? And now I'm on my way to success in the billboard business.
I don't see that happening.
Well, do you even want to know what the name of my company is?
Sure, what's the name of your company?
Billboardwalk Empire. See what I did there?
Yeah,
It's got the word
see.
empire in it.
Yeah, and you ripped off a TV franchise.
Well, that's one way to look at it. But another
Well,
way
I
to
mean,
look at it is
they
that...
ripped off a beloved...
See, but that show's mostly
Children's
about
book
billboards,
character.
so it fits for our show. I mean, it's mostly about billboards, so it fits for my company, right? Because my company installs billboards, just like they did in that show, Billboardwalk Empire.
No, Boardwalk Empire, they don't make billboards.
Well, I never seen it, okay?
They're bootleggers and criminals.
I never watched a single episode.
Well, you're behind the times.
Fine.
Fine. So tonight we have the friend of the show, John Forward,
Yep.
the host of No Jokes Barred.
And he is here to finally confirm that I'm going to be the main host for No Jokes Barred next week. And
We are co-hosting, Adam.
Right, you're
I
the co-hosting
unfortunately
me.
have to bring you with me, even though you're the one thing that's been barred from No Jokes Barred.
You're co-hosting me.
No, you're co-hosting me, just like we do on the radio.
He says it that way, but when you go to the show, you're going to be able to see that I'm going to be standing a little bit forward than him, and I'm going to be on a little stand, so I'm higher up than him, and I'm going to have the better microphone, and I'm going to be lit better.
I'm just gonna be better than you.
Rick Gold promised me in the contracts that all that stuff was going to happen.
I'm just gonna have better jokes than you, and I'm gonna interact with the crowd better than you.
Yeah, but nobody's going to be able to see you. 'Cause
and I'm
he's
just going to succeed, and I'm gonna shine through.
Nobody's going to be able to see you do those things because the lights are going to be off on you. You're not getting your microphone's not going to work.
Adam, the bar isn't that dark. They
Well,
can see you no matter where you're
But
at.
they'll all be looking at me because I will be lit up. And I will have the working microphone. You're going to get all the short end of the stick the whole way across the show. I've been
well,
assured.
I'm loud enough that everybody in that bar can hear me.
That's true. No arguments for me on that one.
Yeah, it's part of being a stage performer, Adam. You have to be able to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, you call yourself a stage performer. I don't even say that I'm a stage performer, and I'm better at it than you, I feel.
Yeah, but you've never done it before.
Yeah, well, we did do it that time, remember? And I put on a magic trick. And what did you do? What did you do?
Well, I did my jokes until you interrupted me with your stupid magic trick.
No one laughed.
That failed.
No one laughed.
Some people laughed.
Yeah,
And then there was
okay.
a time when I did stand up on my own.
If you count me laughing at you, that happened.
What about the time I did
Steve was
stand up
there.
on my own? Sure, it was a short set, but I had people laughing.
Yeah, but I think that you went around first with like these little cards. It's like how this is an old magician's secret, right? I think you went around and told people if you
I don't
laugh
care
now.
about old magician's
No,
secrets.
you told them if you help me out and you laugh and make it look like what I'm, boost me up, I'll pay you a little bit. I think you had those kind of cards.
No, I
You were
didn't.
bribing people.
I didn't buy laughter.
Yeah,
I'm
well-
not the Big Bang Theory. I'm not going to buy canned laughter.
When John's here, he's going to tell us the truth about it because he probably, if you were doing that, he would have got complaints.
And I'm sure he didn't get any complaints.
I wrote one down and put it in his box, so he got at least that one.
I'm sure he would have saw where you signed it in crayon and just threw it out.
Well, my point is, I'm beyond just doing jokes. on a live performing basis. Okay, like
It's
I can do
a stand-up comedy show. That's what we're supposed to be doing on it.
Yeah, but I feel like they've already done quite a bit of that. Now
That's the whole point of the show, is to
Week
do
in, week
stand-up
out?
comedy.
Week
Yes.
in, week out.
Month in, month out. They only do it once a month. Except in this month, they did it twice.
Yeah, so you're already backtracking on what you're saying. Why can't we just throw a little bit of magic in there?
So they do 13 shows a year.
I've ordered some new clothes to do dancing with offline.
I hope I don't see any of that.
It's going to be awesome. It's like
I hope I
shiny.
fall off the stage and I'm blinded before that happens.
Found out that there's like a whole kind of subsection of people who like the same kind of music that I do. Well, it's a different kind than I've ever heard before.
I can't see
but I
there's
like it.
a group of people who like the sort of stuff
They
you
seem
like.
to be open and accepting to people, not like you are. And they're, they dance and they wear cool clothes. And I'm going to get involved with that.
Do
group.
they have rainbow flags?
No, I don't think so. They only have neon colors. There's green. There's a green suit that some people have. There's some of them are red, but not. And some of them are blue, but they're not all in one. They all pick one color.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This doesn't make any sense to
It's
me.
a preview for maybe in a few weeks down the road when I get these clothes.
Are you hanging out at gay bars where they are accepting of your particular lifestyle?
You keep saying that, but that's not what it's about.
Well, that's what it sounds like what you're talking about.
It's like gothic type of thing, right? But it's like future gothics.
Are you talking about like Technogoths?
Yes.
And cybergoths and stuff?
I'm going to get into doing that.
I've
so
seen
maybe
some
I
of those
could put that
dancing
on
videos, and they're pretty bad.
I like them, and they include everybody, no matter how good or bad you are.
I mean, some of the girls' costumes are kind of attractive, but
Look, what I'm saying is,
Some
I
of
have
that
all
gets me
kinds.
going,
I've
but
got all
for the
kinds
most
of
part,
stuff to offer,
no.
entertainment-wise, and coming soon is going to be a gothic dance element.
no, you're definitely not doing that at No Jokes Barred.
Maybe not this time because I don't think my costume is going to get here in time. But next time,
I hope not.
anyways, you know what we could talk about is my new video that I did this week and how successful it's inevitably going to be.
You mean the one where you ripped me off?
Well, it's the different idea than what you had.
You put the questions in a shoe.
Yeah, and I was going to ask totally different questions than you, but I couldn't.
You took my questions.
I couldn't find the time to write
Yeah.
my own questions. They're
And
hard to-
I saw the 10 times you printed it out with the front and the back on the same side. You printed it 10 times like that.
Yeah, but those were practice times. I didn't want to waste. I wanted.
You wasted my ink, is what you
I
did.
didn't want to waste the ink, but now that I think about it, that graphic was real ink heavy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll buy you some more ink, okay?
With what money?
The money that we're going to get from all these, dealings that we're doing.
We haven't made any of that yet.
Well, they're going to pay us for No Jokes Barred, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I'll use that to pay for it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's enough to buy an ink cartridge. Those things are expensive.
I'll just buy you a bunch of pens, okay? And we can just crack them open. You can refill the ink cartridge.
That's not how it works at all. Different type of ink.
I think it would work if anybody ever tried it, but nobody ever thought to.
No, because they use toner. They don't use ink.
It says right on it, ink.
It's like a powder.
Well, what if we just dried up some pens and cracked those into there? Dried up pen ink.
It's
It's the same.
no, it's not.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's all about chemical equations and such.
Anyways, the point is, in a couple weeks, Boot Attack is going to take over Hat Attack, and it's going to be the more successful of
Look.
the two videos.
My newest Hat Attack video had Mark Saunier,
Don't know who he is.
he's a very funny stand-up comedian,
Yeah, you say that.
Acadian.
Who else?
and Chanel.
Would you take their names this time? You don't usually write their names down.
Well, I saw these people before the show.
And they convinced you that they were famous.
No, I asked them to come and do the show, and they said yes.
So
And
you just
Darren
listened to-
Elmore, who's a very funny comedian from Sussex, and Mark Splood.
Yeah, I remember him. He pranked me. I think this whole thing
Yeah.
was a prank he set up on you.
Yeah, no.
I think he brought up these people and said, James, these are people of,
And we
noteworthy
have-
people. You can talk to them. And he probably took some money from you, didn't he?
No.
Wow.
There was no money involved.
He probably pulled your pants down.
No.
But he did something, and you just don't know about it yet. It's going to end up on the internet, and you're going to be the
Oh,
butt of the
it-
joke again.
The point of this video is it's going to end up on the internet. That's the whole point of me making a video, is it's going to end up on the
Did
internet.
you look through all of it closely? Are you sure that you've got your pants on for all of it?
Yes, I had my pants on for all of it.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. It
I mean,
doesn't sound to
there
me-
were
So who
some
else
girls
you
at
get?
the
You
bar.
think okay,
Well,
look-
I had Jeff Hendry,
Okay.
who hosted the Shane Ogden Presents this month, and
But did you
James
have
Mullinger.
Did you? Well, I've heard of him, but did you have Shane Ogden? Because he presented it. He's the main one you want to have.
I miss Shane. He was inside schmoozing while we were outside doing the hat attack.
Yeah, so you didn't. Nobody wanted to talk to
He
you,
was
so-
rubbing elbow. I had at least half of the people on the show, and I had John Forward. I think I had almost every comedian on
Yeah,
that
I
show.
think John Ford was probably part of this prank too. I think probably what happened was Prankzilla went up to him first and said,
Well, then I'd say it was a great prank for me because I got a lot of good footage, almost enough for 2 episodes.
well, I didn't get enough for 1 episode for mine, but we ran with it, and that's sometimes what you got to do.
Yeah,
You could learn a lesson from that. You go out there for hours on end just to come up with a little, like, way too much footage for a whole episode.
yeah,
I go out there for 10 minutes. I don't have quite enough, but I stretch it out.
yeah, but I go out and I have a great time doing it. I
You
meet
do.
people, I rub elbows.
Yeah, but they don't like you afterward. Afterward, they're like,
They
what
seem
did I
to.
just do? What's happening with my life? How did I
I've
end up
made
like
some.
this?
I've made some wonderful new friends.
Name one friend. Name one person who's called you after the hat attack.
I don't want to name names. I'm not
Yeah.
that sort of person.
You were just naming. You had a whole list you were naming. None of them have called him.
I
He's
didn't
got
say
no
any of
friends-
them were. They're not my
he's got-
personal
he's
friends.
got no friends from this, all right? And the people that I went out and talked to, they don't want to be my friend, but at least I'm not, pretending that they do.
Adam, why do you have to? Just because your show is terrible, why do you have to try to bring my show down?
So that we can get them onto the same level.
No.
I feel like that makes it a fair playing field.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you can't just be the
It's
best
not
all
about-
the time.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about being the best is usually you are.
I just like to even things out.
Well, why don't you just even things out with Steve for a while? Why don't you try to help him, bring him up?
Me and Steve...
Or actually, Steve's ahead of you right now.
Yeah, that's not fair, though. If you count the views up, we're dead.
So
We're-
you're way at the bottom. Why don't you try to
You're
bring
at the-
Steve down instead of me?
That's all subjective, okay? That's all your
Yeah,
subjective.
subjective to what Rick said when I was speaking to him on the phone.
Well-
He said Adam is on the bottom this week because Steve's video got so many views.
But technically, down the line, he's going to see it that you've been on the bottom the whole time. He's just not paying that close attention. That's what I'm proposing.
Look, I'm saying I'm doing well enough. My view counts and my quality of show is good enough that I don't have anything to worry about.
Well, that's fine.
And you and Steve flip-flopping around from show to show idea, you guys are going to go down pretty hard.
we're flip-flopping so that we can find one that we want to flop to in the end, and it's going to be for the better.
Well, I found one that was already for the better. And look, you're even trying to rip it off.
Don't we have a guest or something? I feel like this is you just been belittling my original show ideas for too
Your
long.
original show was stealing my show idea and putting it in a boot.
Let's bring on the guest
And
because he
you had
saw...
a problem getting people because it was your smelly boot you were using.
Yeah. So
And every time you put it up
used a
towards their
smelly
head-
hat. Lots of people had that hat on. Who knows how much kind of lice and stuff's in there? And people
There's-
were drawing questions out with their hands. Look, I think
There's
we should
no
get...
lice in the hat.
Let's bring the guest on. Let's bring John on, and he will talk about how talented I am because I put up his billboard.
All right, John, do you want to come in here?
No.
Well, come
Yeah.
on now, don't be like that. I invited you here in good faith that you would appreciate my billboarding. This is not what my shoulder's for one thing. We have a whole bunch
You
of tables
screwed
you
up
could
his
use.
billboard, so I don't think he's very happy with you.
You know that Steve was the one who screwed it up most, right? And that the good parts of it were because of me.
I don't care who screwed it up. It's awful. Now you guys get to host the show, which the only reason I was letting you do it was because I was going to get a free billboard out of the deal, but that billboard is worse than having no billboard.
You got to admit,
It is pretty bad.
But all of the letters are on there. If anybody's really has an interest in figuring it out, they could.
People will just see it on Kijiji and be really excited about it, and then they're going to drive by that and be like, "Oh, that looks like an amateur garbage show."
Okay, but
People. So you think people aren't going to go because they saw that billboard?
Yes.
I'm trying to win an argument with James. So could you at least just say that it's like the best first billboard you've ever seen? Because it's my first billboard. Could you at least give me that?
Rick Gold screwed me on this contract. I had my lawyers look over it, and there's a clause that says that you guys live up to your end of the bargain as long as Adam does his best. And knowing Adam, I'm pretty sure that is the best.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I just don't know what to say because my whole day yesterday got put into making that billboard.
Everything that you touch turns to garbage, Adam, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
I would like to propose that it started out as garbage and that I what happened, anything you could find positive in it was my fault. And another thing,
Adam,
that
you're the
should-
one who designed the billboard, assembled the billboard, and then just sent Steve out with some glue to paste it up.
I didn't design it. Okay.
Earlier in the show, you said you designed it.
Yeah, but that was okay. That was me. Just
So you were lying.
Yes. Okay.
You lied to me, and you lied to all our listeners.
Right, but this.
I think
now,
you should apologize to the listeners for lying to them.
I'm sorry to you, but I'm not sorry to James,
And
listeners.
I think you should apologize to me for lying. I don't think this is right, Adam. I think you mistreat me.
Yeah, well, that's true. I apologize to the listeners, but I don't apologize
let
to James.
it happen, James. You're not completely off the hook on this.
I had nothing to do
You're
with
like
it.
his
I was
babysitter.
I was too busy
he's
editing
your
Steve's
seeing-eye
video
dumb.
to look after Adam.
Lay it on him, John. Come on. It's all him. I was
It's
saying
not
that.
all him, but he should know better than to give you any responsibility.
I didn't give him any responsibility.
Yeah, you did, because I said, James, you could do parts of this, and he said he wasn't going to do it.
You just screwed up 2 of the comedians' names, James.
Well, so I'm not good at enunciating names.
There's no Marc Saulnier, it's Martin.
I had to write
And
them
it's
down
Chanel
for him. He
Friere.
didn't even have consideration to write them
So
down.
my French accent's not so good.
I wrote the names down for him. He didn't even have the consideration to write them down.
I only let you guys even go on the show that first time because you let me do my spot-on Tom Waits impression on your little YouTube thing. And then you did magic tricks.
It was a good magic trick, and a lot of people were laughing.
It wasn't a good
and that's
magic trick.
the goal of the night. So how can you complain about that? Your goals
They
got
were
accomplished.
laughing because you screwed up your
My
magic
goals
trick.
got accomplished.
They were
James's-
laughing because you made everybody uncomfortable, and we're not supposed to make fun of the mentally challenged.
Okay, that's what everybody keeps saying.
So I'm not allowed to make fun of Adam
Why
anymore?
can't we just switch
It's
this?
not politically correct.
Why can't we just
Oh.
shift things over to make fun of James instead of me? Because we had it going for a minute that it was mostly his fault. Let's go back to those times.
Why should I listen to anything that you say? I can still smell the fart in your hair.
That hardly any of that fart got in my hair. Okay,
Adam,
most of
his
it.
butt was literally on your head.
Yeah, but I drew the wind current. Okay, you can see what happened.
There
what's
was
going
no
on
wind.
Here. Yeah, what's going on here is you think you're smelling the fart in my hair, but it's wafting from James past me, and you're.
Adam, I wash my hair every day. There would be no fart smell in my hair. I wash condition.
Yeah, but you got pranked pretty bad that time. You have to admit. So
it smells like herbal essence.
You know what? Maybe
farts.
a more productive use of your time. Maybe why don't you just preemptively come up for some excuses why you're going to screw up this weekend's show?
Yeah,
It doesn't
I can do
It's
that.
not based on reality, so you can just guess
just pick
now.
a list.
Your excuses will be the
I'll
same.
come
What
up
do you
with
got?
I'll come up with how I'm going to screw up the show. For one thing.
So you're already planning on ruining the show.
Well, no, but it's going to happen because James isn't cooperating. We're supposed to try to come up with ideas together, and his ideas and my ideas.
Look, I'm going to try to make sure
They're
that
not going-
show runs as smoothly as possible.
Yeah.
And that means making sure your ideas don't happen.
See, if he had it his way, I wouldn't be there at all. And then
Yeah.
what kind of HoveLand would it
Damn
be?
straight.
The best that I can hope for is that you screw up screwing up, and the show somehow turns out good.
Well, that's what we're all hoping.
Well, if you can count for Adam to screw something up, hopefully it could be screwing up.
It's a double negative, which is my new nickname for you two.
Yeah, it's because of all James, the negativity is like a void. I'm just on the outer edges of it, but it still sucked me in a bit.
Adam, you're one of the worst people I know.
That's just okay.
And
just keep
you
saying that,
allow
but
You're
this
never-
always
person to
negative
be in
about
your life.
everybody else.
But you never have any examples. You keep saying stuff like that, but you can never prove it.
The fact that you just lied to all of our listeners about designing the sign and trying to get their business for your Billboard business, telling them you've designed signs.
Yeah, but that was one of those lies where it was
And that's one of
beneficial.
those lies. It's not beneficial.
It is. It's beneficial to them because they're going to get a good deal on the Billboard if they
Yeah,
believe
but
the lie.
they're not going to get a good Billboard. They're going to get the crap that you gave John.
It can only get better.
I don't see that.
The
'cause
show
your
is
videos don't get better.
5 days away. If I don't know, I haven't counted it. Something like that. 5.
Tomorrow.
I think it's
Tuesday,
tomorrow.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I think it's
Saturday.
tomorrow, John.
Nailed it. 5.
Yeah, but this is Friday now. Remember the
Oh.
space-time
Yeah,
continuum.
the space-time warp. This is Friday.
Yeah, I feel really weird when I come in here.
That's
It does-
because of that.
Yeah.
It gets better
That's
when you
because
go
it's
home.
actually Friday.
But it's your body goes through some changes.
Just
and
I know
it
it's
really
it is
fast.
Friday, but it feels like Monday. I
Yeah,
don't know.
It's been a very short week.
It's good, yeah. But then the Tuesday and stuff comes back later on, so don't worry about it. Okay, just right now, all we got to focus on is that no jokes about us tomorrow, and we're gonna do fine, especially me. And I'm gonna make sure that everyone knows when we go out there that what's plan wise, the good stuff's mine, and James didn't help.
Can we just split the difference and be on like a Wednesday mindset for the rest of this show?
Yeah, how about we split the
I'll meet
difference
you
and Adam
halfway.
doesn't show up for No Jokes Barred and I host
Okay.
it, and things turn out good.
How about we play the ad that I made for No Jokes Barred?
How about we play the ad
What?
that John made for No Jokes Barred?
I made it, okay? I did some of the important steps in it.
Like
Hey.
what? Put it online after John gave it to you?
Whatever, he couldn't figure that part out, so I should get some of the
I
credit.
slaved over that thing for a whole 6 minutes, and then I sent it to you.
And it took
Yeah,
me...
there you are,
Bryce?
taking people's credits again, showing that you are one of the worst people I've ever met.
But
I spent a little
you
bit
asked
more
for
time.
examples, and here they are, Adam.
That's
If
not
you
an
want
example.
examples,
That's not an example.
you just tried to steal John's hard work. All the credit for John's work on that.
Just play my ad and we'll figure out
It's
whose
John's
ad it is.
ad.
Well, don't say whose it is till we come back. It's mine until then.
No, it's not. Never was.
I
Never
already
will be.
stole it
When
from
we come-
myself. The
When we
music
come back,
came
we'll
from
tell
a
you
thing I
whose
did
ad
a
it
long
was.
time
In the
ago.
meantime, just play the ad.
Comics with attitude. Comics with attitude.
What's happening? What's happening? This is John Forward from the world's most dangerous comedy show, No Jokes Barred. So come down to the R Bar this Saturday, June 27th, for the No Jokes Barred 1-year anniversary show, hosted by local FM's own HoveLand, and headlined by me, John Forward of johnforward.com. Pay what you can!
Yeah, see, you sounded pretty happy when you said hosted by HoveLand, even though Hove's in there.
Do you understand what marketing is? We're lying to our potential audience to make them come to this awful garbage show.
Coming straight at a redhead.
All right, fine. That's. I guess I don't really understand marketing, so... 'cause I
People
don't
are
feel
really
like-
excited in every commercial.
Yeah, but they have a right to be in this commercial because I'm going to be there.
That's probably a reason why people shouldn't go, if there were a reason for that.
Okay.
I think people should come to see me and the comedians.
And headliner John Forward.
Headliner John Forward, and there's Mark Splood, and Thane Fox.
So you're going to get... Yeah,
You're friends with Thane?
yeah, I'm friends with Thane, but I'm not friends with Mark Splood, and you know what is going to happen? He's going to prank you there again. So you better watch out. You're probably going to get fired on the whole
Look,
time.
if Mark pranks me anything the way he pranked me by helping me with the video, he can prank me all he wants.
Mark is a professional. He's probably going to do comedy at the comedy show, so maybe you guys could take a lesson from that.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Well, that's what I'm going to try to do, John.
I'm an original, okay? I carve my own path.
This isn't no pranks barred.
But it's a prank
Yeah.
joke because...
No.
well,
It's a prank.
it's a practical
That's what...
joke. I think I just won that argument. It's a practical joke, so you can't buy it.
There's no N in practical or joke, so that's not what
Yeah.
it means.
It's a prank.
Practical joke.
Where's
I
the
win.
N come from, Adam?
What N?
Yeah.
In prank.
I didn't say it was short for it, but it's the same thing. Can I do practical jokes then?
No.
See, it's a
You are a
loophole.
practical
I've
joke.
got a loophole, is what I'm saying. I'm trying to exploit it. It
I
shouldn't
don't
happen.
I don't
It's
even
a good
care.
loophole.
I'm gonna be just smoking cigarettes out back until I need to go on stage.
Well, let's get on to
Maybe
the...
I should perform my part while standing on the bar so I'm very far away from Adam.
Yeah, maybe you'll
Just
slip
as
and
long
fall
as
off.
everybody doesn't leave before I go on.
Oh,
Do
that's
whatever you want.
It's inevitable, but what'll happen is I'll go and get them all back. James
Chances
will make them leave.
are,
I'll go outside and
Adam
rally
is
them
going to
back in.
tell
Okay,
everybody to
there's
leave
what we
right
do.
before you come on.
James, you be on the stage and try not to be too terrible. Adam, you do
Deal.
whatever you were going to do outside the front door, so if anybody tries to leave, they'll see that the alternative is the real world with Adam.
So wait a
and
second.
they'll come back into
And
the
Wait
bar.
a
The
second.
real
Now,
world
hold
with
on.
Adam is a terrible
hold on.
idea.
I got one problem.
Worst MTV
I gotta-
reality show ever.
I got a problem with this because earlier you
Real
guys were
world
saying,
Adam.
stop lying, Adam. And now you want me to do just that? You want me to go outside and convince people to come in and see him? That's your plan?
No, you want them to go in and see the comedians.
Yeah.
I'm just
Let's
kind
get
of
on-
announcing them. And
Let's get on to the Rick Gold's Golden Goods, okay? Because that's important. And we don't have a whole lot of time left. And you know how he feels if we don't go through all of his goods. It's my favorite part of the show.
well, first we
If
have
you
to
guys
play
have
his
a
theme
contract
song.
with Rick, you should read the fine print. I'm just, as much as you
Oh,
guys have screwed
That's
me over.
James's job.
Oh,
to read the
I've
fine
been
print.
through it. Adam
James's
already signed the
job to-
contracts before I could read them,
James's
so we
job.
are screwed.
James's job to read the fine print.
I didn't even know about the contracts when you signed them.
But it was still your job.
You and Steve had signed away our entire show before I ever saw a contract.
Let's get into the catalog. Play the theme song for the catalog.
Things around the house that you can't find because they make no sense. Well, they make sense, and we sell them from Rick Gold's catalog.
Alright, so this is the new 2016, because it's like a little bit in the future. Ricky Tech catalog.
Ricky Tech?
Yeah, because you know how Rick kind of fancies himself a bit of a Steve Jobs?
Okay.
Well, he's come up with all these products, and we're going to try to sell them on the air.
Okay, so why is he calling it Ricky?
Ricky Tech.
Yeah.
Why are you guys saying 2016 is in the future? I thought this was 2018.
Oh, you're way off, John. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
It's this room. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, it's the temporal displacement. It messes with you a little bit. You'll get used to it.
Right, so what's the first one we got in there?
AirPods, pads, and phones.
Yeah, we get the whole lineup. The AirPods, the AirPads, the iPhones. It's just like the ones, but they're, better.
Adam,
Is the R stand for that word we're not supposed to use anymore?
No, it stands for Ricky.
Okay.
So Ricky Pods, Ricky Pads, Ricky Phones.
which R word aren't we supposed to use anymore?
I can't tell you.
If we...
Is this because it's 2018 again?
We're very progressive.
All right. Adam, the phones just look like old Palm Pre's.
Yeah, but you know what the thing with these is they got a special... See at the top, there's a special slot in them for you to put a light bulb in. So because they don't light up, the screens don't light up, but you can put any kind of regular screw-in light bulb in the top and it'll light the screen up for you.
No, I don't think I could support this sort of thing.
Well, there's more things that it can do.
Like what?
Well, it's like... It lights up.
What does the R pad do?
It lights up for sure. It's got a screen, okay, and you can lift things up and put things under the screen, so it looks like you're looking at them through the screen. They're not as functional as the i versions, but they're a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like they actually do much of anything.
Well, they come with a stylus.
Cheaper but completely
That's just the pen.
non-functional. Another HoveLand experience.
Rick Gold experience.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
give the credit where the credit's due.
All right.
All right, flip the page. What else do we got in the Rick Gold catalog?
Say and play?
Oh yeah, okay. This is a brand new type of technology. So it's like this thing, you hold it in your hand, right? And it's got like, discs or whatever that you put in it, and you push a button and you say what you want, and then later on it will say it back to you. So like people who are, for like business
That's a
meetings,
dictaphone. That thing already exists.
No,
Writers have used them for years.
no, these are for business people, right?
Same thing,
On the go.
doctors, lawyers, all sorts of people.
They have little cassette tapes, is what you put in them.
Yeah, it's a dictaphone.
All right, whatever. So you're saying we didn't invent this product?
No, you didn't.
That's going to be a lawsuit
It's
for you. Then I'm going to tell Rick that you said that. He invented it. It's called the say and play. You say it, then you play it.
It says Sony right in the picture.
That's yeah. But then look at the bottom. What does it say in there? The asterisk may not be as appears.
May not be as appears.
Yeah.
May be Samsung product as well. Samsung, Sanyo, Technics.
You're just nitpicking like you always do. What else?
I
What
have a
is it?
suggestion for a product.
Well, okay, yeah. Tell us it. We'll write it down. I'll put it into the
Why don't you
suggestion box.
guys invent rain tires, and every time it rains, you have to put your new rain tires on so that you don't astroglide. What's that called?
That's a
I
good
think
idea.
don't
That's a
astroglide
good
is
idea.
probably a good.
That's a good idea. I would.
You don't want to hydroplane straight through the astroglide.
astroglide, it's the same thing.
If you hydroplane through astroglide, you're just getting into
But
a
not
big dirty
if you
mess.
have your rain tires.
I'll
on,
tell
is
Rick
all I'm
about
saying.
your idea, and with any luck, this time next week, everybody will be changing their tires.
You
whenever-
definitely
It'll
have to have
create
protection.
jobs because everybody will have to hire like an on-call rain tire man. To
Yeah.
put it on every day.
Let's try my.
You have to have protection.
Let's try one more.
with
I
that
want
sort of
to.
stuff.
I want to make a pick here, okay? Because this one's
Okay.
one of my specialty ones. See, you know how I don't know how to drive.
Yeah, I see this. The
Self-driving,
luxury sedan.
forward only. It
I like that option.
Yeah,
So,
forward only.
It doesn't turn or have reverse.
No,
or...
but it'll go on its own. You don't have to do anything. You just start it up and off it goes. As long as you just want to go straight, this is the vehicle to take.
How much is this thing, and where can I buy you one?
Well, they're thousands. They're thousands. It's a car, James.
Yeah, I will buy you one.
All right. Well, good.
and I will place it so you can go for a nice long drive.
So it's a good idea. Then.
It's a great idea. I definitely think you should get in a car that will only drive forward at a very high speed. I assume it says luxury, which in the automotive world also means fast and smooth riding. So
Yeah,
I assume
exactly.
it's going to go really, really fast.
You're finally, for the one
Yes.
time ever, seeing the benefit in some of
I
these
am willing to
products.
buy you this car that will take you very, very fast in one straight direction.
Well, great. Okay, perfect.
All right.
Here, I'll bring up the part where you type in your credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just use this cash on delivery option here. No way I'm giving Rick my credit card number.
I'm going to be a race car driver.